Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check.
You gotta beat the man.
Wow Nation.
I'm the man.
Attention, Wow Nation.
I'm the man.
Cheer.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man. Woo!
Attention, Wow Nation.
Wrestling on weed.
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 Wrestling on weed. Subscribe today. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke.
Talk to him.
We want the smoke.
Uh-huh.
We want the smoke.
Come on, Charlie.
Wow Nation, what's good? You already know what it is, man. You know the drill. It's your boy, Mr. HD, back with another episode of the Blunt Ratings. Why are the lights on my camera? Get that straight. Sorry about that. Alexa, turn spotlight 3 on. That's why I don't have my lights on. There we go. Boom. Like magic. Turn that back down. Sorry, guys. All right, cool. KGM, what's cracking, man? I see you in the chat. My guy was good. Wow Nation, what's going on, man? We got a loaded episode of AEW Dynamite to get through. Wrestling heavy show last night. There wasn't a bad match on the show. I could just go ahead and get that out the way early. There wasn't a bad match on the program. I don't know if you can, the whole Morrissey thing wasn't really a match. It was just a beatdown, but even that was good. But we're going to get into the show from the top. We're going to, go through all of it. Then I'll give you guys my blunt ratings at the end of the show, let you know what I actually thought about it overall. But the show started off with Moxley coming to the ring and cutting a John Moxley-esque promo. The shit was fire. Again, John Moxley is in rare fucking form right now. He is the #1 professional wrestler on planet Earth. I would have gave that to Roman Reigns. I did get that to Roman Reigns last year. 2021 was Roman's year for sure. 2022 will be the year of John Moxley, without question. He murdered that shit. He came out, again, starting to show off, came through the crowd. Basically, he was getting cheered and booed. Now, mind you, they're in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown. So the reaction was very, very weird. It was like people wanted to cheer him because he's John Moxley. Everybody loves John Moxley. but he's going against a hometown boy, CM Punk, who is a legend in Chicago at this point. So the crowd, there was people chanting. There was actually dueling chants at one point during his promo of CM Punk and Moxley. But he basically came out and said, he didn't pull no punches when talking about Punk. He basically went in on him. He said, what did he say? He said, when guys get in the ring with me, first he said, Chicago, I know you love your boy. You know what I mean? But I think they're still mopping him up off the mat in Cleveland. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. John Moxley was not playing around. He said, once I heard CM Punk described as the modern day 60-minute man, what a load of crap that turned out to be. He was going in. He said, when guys get in the ring with me, the heart and the soul of AEW find out what they're really made of. Last week, we learned exactly what CM Punk was made of. He gave me his best shot, and he realized I didn't care, and I kept coming forward all night. At the moment he began to look for a way out, he folded, and he curled up into a little ball to die. Champions never fold. Look, you have no idea how genuinely sorry I am that CM Punk didn't turn out to be what you all wanted him to be. He didn't turn out to be what any of us wanted him to be when we welcomed him back and gave him a second chance. This shit was fire. I have zero sympathy for CM Punk, and that is because CM Punk, fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit. It's a tough business, dude. Sorry. It is what it is. And the whole time he really looking at the crowd like, yeah, I know that's y'all man, but I don't give a shit. Like, I beat his ass. What do you want? It's not my fault. He sucks. You know what I mean? Then he was like, and we move on. And basically he was like, I'm a fighting champion. I'll fight anybody. Like I said, anybody get anytime, anywhere, whatever. So here's the contract for my title match at All Out. I've already signed it. And anybody could get it, so I'm gonna leave this contract right here in the ring, and whoever wants to sign it can come out and sign it. And he walked off. It was crazy. He was trying to get love from the crowd. He wasn't trying to get love from the crowd, but he was like playing to the crowd, like, "Do y'all fuck with me? Y'all fuck with me? Yeah, no, yeah, no." But it was good. It was a great segment. We was all wondering who was gonna come out to claim the contract. I'm surprised the entire locker room. I mean, at this point, can anybody complain about not getting opportunities when they do something like that? Like, how was there a backstage coach, personnel guy who got out there faster with his old ass than a bunch of wrestlers who are clamoring for opportunities like that? But anyways, I'm being facetious. I know the story. But yeah, so that was that. And then we saw, like I said, a backstage producer, Ace Steel, come out. And he stomped to the ring and just grabbed the contract out the ring and walked away, walked back to the back with it. And everybody kept acknowledging how he's friends with CM Punk. He's known him for over 20 years. That's Punk's boy, blah, blah, blah. So clearly we knew what he was about to do with the contract. You know what I mean? I didn't know exactly what he was about to do, but clearly he was taking the contract to CM Punk. So after that, Tony Schiavone talked to Chris Jericho about his match against Bryan Danielson, sorry. Then Daniel Garcia walked up and interrupted and, basically just pledged his love for Jericho, said he down for the squad. JAS, you already know what it is. Then we had a match between JAS and the Blackpool Combat Club. We had Jake Hager and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, going one-on-one. Jericho and William Regal were on commentary for this match. Had a couple funny lines in there on commentary. But for the most part, it was, pretty damn good match, man, for Jake Hager. I like seeing Jake Hager getting opportunities. He doesn't get many opportunities unless it's like a group match or something like that. You don't see him in a lot of singles matches these days. Him and Bryan Danielson have faced off when he was Daniel Bryan. And he was, what was Jake Hager's name in... I don't even remember his name. His name is Jake Hager. I don't even remember his name in WWE now. But yeah, he what was his name in WWE? I feel like I should know that. Yeah, that's how far removed he is from that gimmick, and good. But yeah, Daniel started the match off by, trying to I guess Hager was trying to use his reach, throw some blows or whatever, and Danielson staying at a distance, throwing some leg kicks or whatever. Then at one point, Hager just got a hold of him in the corner, start pummeling him with big fists or whatever. What happened after that? I mean, it wasn't a whole lot. Brian grabbed him and put him in a lapel lock at one point, but Hager managed to get to the bottom rope, so he didn't have to tap out. Brian and then just start kicking and chopping him in the corner. Danielson hit Hager with the running knee and pinned him, and he was only able to do he was only able to do it. He hit him with the running knee, and it was a good ass match, especially a good showing for Jake Hager. I know it's Bryan Danielson. I still feel like Jake Hager should have won the match. Like he towers over Bryan, and I know Bryan is like one of the best on the planet. But still, I don't know. I mean, I know he beats Jake Hager all the time throughout his career, but still. Angelo Parker and Matt Menard sprinted to the ring at that point, attacked Bryan Danielson. Willa Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli came out, squad up. So they all facing off or whatever. Jericho ran to the ring with a steel chair, and he was about to nail Daniel Bryan with it, but then Daniel Garcia came back out right after pledging his allegiance to Jericho and snatched the chair out of Jericho's hand because he didn't want him to hit him with the chair. He didn't want him to hit Danielson with the chair. And that gave Jericho Bryan Danielson an opportunity to hit Jericho with a running knee himself, and then got some good acting from Daniel Garcia. He was sitting there like, what the fuck did I just do? I fucked up. And so he was sitting there really playing it up. So I enjoyed this segment. There wasn't much on the show last night that I didn't enjoy. Might as well get that out there now. But after that, we saw the Wingmen in the ring. Nobody cares about them. Ryan Neiman said he was tired of his group not being booked. And then W. Morrissey came out, the brand new, freshly signed, apparently, W. Morrissey just came out and destroyed everybody, basically. He did a fucking stall power choke slam. Looked great, by the way. Looked better than he's ever looked at any point in his professional wrestling career that I know of. And obviously, he's a genius. He has like a doctorate or something. I think he's an actual doctor, if I'm not mistaken, or some shit. But he's a really smart guy. So, he knew what he had to do to get in shape and how he could, start climbing his way back up to the top of the pro wrestling world. You know what I mean? Because he was close. Him and Kaz were close, man. They were one of the hottest acts in pro wrestling for a little bit. But yeah, it was a good showing for him. Obviously, the Wingmen are just there to take pins basically in the company. Not sure when their contracts are coming up, but because I definitely feel like AEW has to start releasing people or not re-signing people. We'll talk about that on the news later today, but they have to start. They have to stop signing people because where's Brian Cage? Anybody seen Brian Cage? Didn't they have a big guy that they're not using? Like, wasn't he complaining about not getting on TV? Like, have you even? Hobbs got a good feud going on. I ain't gonna lie, they've been doing okay with Will Hobbs, even though he hasn't gotten any real long extended matches on any TV program. But he's gonna have a great match against Ricky Starks this weekend, I believe it. But they got so many people. This is what we've been talking about for 3-4 weeks now. The locker room is already in an uproar because they just keep bringing more people in, and they bringing all these WWE guys. This is just another WWE guy. I know he left and went and did other things, but he's still a That's people know him from WWE. That's where his wrestling career began, on the main stage. So it's just another WWE guy that you're bringing in to put, on your programming, and you got 50, 60 people who ain't even getting no opportunity. You got to be getting ready to release a ton of people. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care if people having matches on Dark and Elevation and you want to put a scrolling ticker at the bottom of the screen. I don't give a shit, honestly. I think it's a good idea, but I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll never watch Dark and Elevation. Why? You know what I mean? So it's, I guess putting a scrolling ticker down that matters, but I don't care about anything that I'm seeing down there. So I don't know, man. They just gotta chill with signing new people. Just use the people that you have, man. Just use the people that you have. It's already too crowded. What's going on, chat? KGM, I see you in here. Gruss, I see you in the building. What's cracking? Dave, I see you in here. What's cracking? What y'all talking about? MJF should have jacked that contract. I think a lot of people thought that MJF might come out and they might do something, some crazy 3-way or something. I don't know. But once the guy came from the back and they was talking about he was CM Punk's boy, then we already knew what was happening. I was thinking, yeah, same here. I didn't know who the hell he was either, KGM. I was like, who the hell is this dude? And, once they explained it, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Boring is dishwater. Daniel Garcia? Really? You think Daniel Garcia is boring? How? How is Daniel Garcia boring? That's crazy. He's been doing some great acting the last couple weeks. I mean, he kind of has a boring face because he just looks like a teenage guy that you would see buying Fritos and a soda at the corner store or something. Like he barely looks like an adult. So I get it. You know what I mean? But, in the ring, A1. You know what I mean? His promos be pretty damn good. Like, it's not like he be stumbling over the mic or anything. Like, Daniel Garcia is the shit, yo. I fuck with Daniel Garcia. It took me a minute to get there just because he just looked hella regular. Like, but once I started paying attention to his in-ring ability and how good he was, especially that match against Daniel Bryanson, that shit was a classic, bro. Like, I'm on the Daniel Garcia train. For sure. Pause. I hate when commentary got to rush and tell the backstory after we already. Yeah, it just seems a little forced. You know what I mean? You could tell that it's like it seems really scripted at that point. So I feel you on that, KGM. Jack Swagger. That's who he was. That's a terrible fucking name. Jake Hager is a way better name. The man barely has any. He got a little swagger, but that's a horrible name. Lalo just said he wanted Hager to win. What the fuck? Hey, man, I wanted Hager to. Yeah, that's why I could. But see, I don't know, man. Hager's twice his size, man. I know Bryan Danielson can't lose to Jake Hager. That's ridiculous. But I'm just saying, just visually, if I saw those two dudes in the street and they was about to fight, I'd be like, little guy, run. He's 3 times your size. What are you doing? And he's an MMA fighter. Like in real life, I believe Jake Hager will pummel Daniel Bryan. So, it just, it makes it a little hard to suspend your disbelief when, but it is Bryan Danielson. He could beat anybody. So, got to give him his props. He beat fucking, who was it, Triple H and Randy Orton in one match. I forgot who he used in the triple threat. But yeah, Batista, that's what it was. So yeah, he can, Daniel Bryan could do it. It just looked a little weird to me. And Jake Hager, I don't know what they doing with him. But anyways, nobody cares about W. Morrissey without Enzo. I could agree with that, like right now, because he hasn't really done anything without Enzo except for get in shape. So now that he's in shape, he has an opportunity to prove himself. He's clean and sober and healthy and doing, and back to being who he is, being the man he knows he could be. So I think he could. I think he'll be all right. I'm not sure. I don't know what he actually has to offer. He looks great. So at least he's got that part down. I've seen him wrestle a bunch of matches, but I don't know if he's a great wrestler or not or anything like that. So I just got to see him some more in the element of AEW. We'll see. There ain't no interim champion, and you'll see that this weekend. We got 3 shows to predict starting today. So we got to do Clash the Castle, we got to do All Out, and we got to do NXT UK show, whatever the fuck they're calling that. It's too many shows this weekend. It's a lot of shit going on. Not for long, Two-Face coming for that. Two-Face ain't getting shh. You understand me? He ain't getting shh. Lalo books like Vince McMahon. Look at the size of him. I mean, hey, man, hey, that's facts. That's facts. Two-Face the MJF a while, right? Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. Oh, man. But, all right, so what happened after that, man? Let's get back into the show. What did we see? We saw. Oh yeah, I was at the John Morrissey shit. After that, we had a fire ass fatal tag team match. I'm sorry, we had Tony Storm and Hikaru Shida going up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter. And obviously they had Rebel with them. All four of these ladies will be in a fatal four-way for the AEW Women's Championship this weekend that Tony Storm is going to win. This match was really good, man. It started Hayter hit Shida with a shoulder tackle to start it off. Shida hit her with a Hurricane. After that, Tony tagged in, and then she, her and Shida did some little tag team moves on Hayter. Baker tagged in, tagged herself in or whatever, and she tripped up Storm. Then they double teamed Storm with, a couple big boots and forearms and all that shit. Shida tagged in and hit Hayter with some haymakers. Shida connected with a delayed vertical suplex and followed up with the Meteora for a 1-2, no 3. Hayter fired back with a double suplex on Shida and Storm. You know what I mean? Piled them on top of each other. You know what I mean? Or suplexed them both. Baker tagged in and nailed Shida with corkscrew neck breaker for a near fall. Didn't get the 3 count. Baker blasted Shida with a kick. Shida dodged the curb stomp and then got hit with a ripcord by Baker. Storm used the hip attack on Baker, and then Shida finished off Baker with a katana kick, is what they called it, and got the pin. So that was the match. Good match, man. Didn't last that long, but, good to see the ladies get on TV, get 5-10 minutes at least, because we know AEW, sometimes it be 2 minutes, you know what I mean? Divas era type shit. But the ladies got in there, all got to have a good showing. I like Jamie Hayter, man. I think she has a bright future, in pro wrestling, in the women's division of AEW. If anybody has a bright future in that division, if they ever figure out what to actually do with it. Baker is Charlotte Flair light. I could see that. Britt Baker being like, she's kind of like the Charlotte Flair of AEW women's division. She's the bougie, I'm better than everybody chick. I made this division. This division is who it is because of me, what it is because of me. And yeah, she's that girl. She cuts the same promos as Charlotte for the most part. So I gotta agree with that one. Then we had backstage, we had the Redeemer, Miro. He was met up by Darby and Sting. They was back there talking, and Miro challenged the House of Black. And basically, found some friends to come along with them. So should be interesting. That's the match we're going to get it all out. Miro, Sting, Darby versus House of Black. Should be fire. Looking forward to that. Then we had CM Punk, the depressed version of CM Punk, coming out, needing some Prozac. He just came out looking super sad. Crowd chanting CM Punk. You heard a little booze in there, man. It was some indifference to CM Punk in Chicago, which was very, very awkward. It was extremely awkward. And I just like to point out, it has nothing to do with CM Punk. It's nothing that he did. It's not because he lost in 5 minutes or 3 minutes last week. It has nothing to do with CM Punk. He got those boos because Jon Moxley is the most over professional wrestler on planet Earth. So it don't matter who the fuck you are. If you're going up against Jon Moxley, if Jesus came down and said, I want to have a wrestling match, somebody in the crowd would boo Jesus. I promise. Jesus Christ would get some boos going up against Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley ain't even a fucking babyface. Jon Moxley is the tweener of all tweeners. Like, he just be fucking people up with no regard. So, bleeding all over the place. So I don't even consider him like a uber baby face. He's like a tweener to me. Just the I don't give a fuck guy. So, that's what this has more to do as far as the reaction that Punk got. Chicago still loves CM Punk, but Moxley will make him at least think about it. You know what I mean? They'll be like, do I love this? Yeah, I still love him. He's CM Punk. He's from here. But Moxley, I love that guy too. And that's kind of the vibe you got from the crowd last night. But anyways, CM Punk came out and he was just all distraught, looking all depressed. And he said, on June 1st, I broke my foot. And that would have been bad enough, but then I wrestled an entire match on it. On June 8th, I got surgery for my foot, and the doctor basically said he shattered his foot. He said something about this time just didn't sit well with me. Is my foot 100%? Yes, I was surprised by that statement. I didn't think it was. I thought that not being 100% was a part of the story, but that wasn't the story they were telling. But it's a new 100% is what he said. And I don't know if that 100% is good enough. I came back to professional wrestling a year ago because I love the business and because I love you fans, and you do love me back. And that's why it hurts to feel like I let you down. First of all, saying someone loves you back feels a little weird because everyone doesn't love CM Punk. Like not everyone. So just generalizing all fans as lovers of you is, I don't know, a little narcissistic. I don't want to be too hard on him. I got what he was trying to say, and it was a super babyface promo, so I comes was like, and he said that's why it feels, he feels like he let everybody down. I was able to walk. I wasn't able to walk Larry, his dog, for a couple months, and it hurts because I feel like I let him down. It feels like I let my sister, who's sitting in the front row, down. Everybody, he let everybody down. So he was just sitting out there feeling sorry for himself. Then he said, he said he loved the business, but maybe that love just isn't enough anymore. That's when Ace Steel, the guy that nobody knew before 30 minutes ago, came down to the ring with a microphone, and he was fucking angry. You could see the smoke coming out of his nose. He was just like, bro, this ain't you. What the fuck is you talking about? All this retirement bullshit? What the fuck is you talking about, man? This ain't what we talked about in the back. What the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You came out, and then he just smacked the shit out of him. Like, you got a good palm right on the face. I was like, damn, bro, that's your man's. I wish one of my boys would smack me like that. We fighting. We could be boys later, but we fighting right now, nigga. That's But no, I understand what they were doing. He was smacking some sense into him. Sometimes you need some friends to not physically do that, but sometimes they just need to tell you when you fucking up. But obviously he came out there to smack some sense into Punk. He said, we're not friends, we're family. You know what I mean? You didn't let Chicago down. You know what I mean? I'm not letting you leave now. All this fucking retirement bullshit you talking. You know what I mean? So he, basically slammed the contract on Punk's chest like, here's a pen. Go sign this shit. And then Punk just snapped. Punk was like, it was such a weird transition though, because it was just like he was super depressed at one moment. And then I guess the smack did it. I guess it felt like a little awkward transition, but it was still fire. Don't get me wrong. He was like, before I was ever seeing Punk, I was just a punk rock kid from Chicago. John Moxley, let's go. This is Chicago, where the weak are killed and eaten. One post running through the streets of Chicago. John Moxley, at All Out, you can break my bones. You can't break my bones. You can't drink my blood because we are Chicago. And he was standing in the crowd when he said that, and then he pulled out the pen and paper and signed the contract. So yeah, he also, I don't want to, I'd be remiss to not mention that some poor guy in the crowd decided to, I guess, chant Colt Cabana's name at some point during CM Punk's promo. And he was like, when he was talking about his foot, he's like, I have 3 plates and 16 screws in my foot. That's more times than that's 16 more times than that guy's ever been screwed in his life. I was like, yo, that's bars. That's bars. CM Punk, that's bars. That was bars right there, bro. How did you just put that metaphor together like that? You got the screws in your foot, and the dude is telling you like 16 screws, and that's 16 more times than this guy has ever been screwed. I was like, yo, that's bars. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. CM Punk with the metaphors out here. I love it. But yeah, it was a great fiery segment by CM Punk, helped out by Ace Steel, who apparently been training him his whole career, been there since the beginning. I've literally never seen this guy before. Apparently he was in a tag team at ROH with CM Punk, so okay. But after that, we saw a sit-down interview that was recorded earlier today between Christian Cage and Jungle Boy, and this also was fire. This was one of Jungle Boy's best promos ever. Like it just was. It just felt like he was just normal at this point. Christian Cage said on Sunday, Jack, I'm gonna destroy you at All Out. And Jungle Boy was like, as much I want to stare at you in the face and say I hate you, it's a little more complicated than that because I loved you. You know what I mean? But this was probably the real you all along. And Christian, being a super dick, was like, yep, it was. You fell for it, stupid. He's like, I'm here to make money. I'm here to win championships, which, you know what I mean? Word to Booker T should be the point. But Jungle Boy was like, my father taught me to be a man, and this Sunday, I'm going to teach you the same lesson. I was like, okay, he's like 20 years older than you, but cool. Why did that alert just scare the shit out of me? That alert just scared the shit out of me. It came out of nowhere. Shout out to the new sub, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Damn, I missed your name because that shit caught me off guard. Shout out to whoever just subbed, man. Thank you so much for joining WoW Nation. He said, my father taught me to be a man this Sunday. I'm going to teach you the same lesson. On Sunday, you're not going to be fighting Jungle Boy. You're going to be fighting Jack Perry. And I love that. That was a good promo. Excellent promo by Jungle Boy. Excellent interaction. Christian is still super dick Christian, you know what I mean? And Jungle Boy is still super babyface. You know what I mean? I'm actually really looking forward to this match. There's so many good matches on the All Out card, but this is one that I'm really looking forward to. Then after that, we had Dax and Cash coming out with Wardlow, and they were all teaming up against 3 people. And Wardlow basically there was a big, tall black guy out there with 2 skinny white dudes, and they were a team for some reason. Local talent, I'm assuming. And the guy was out there acting like he was doing something to Wardlow, but like, I guess he pushed him or something, and then Wardlow just headbutted the shit out of him. And then he just started beating up everybody. Dude tagged out. Then the other dude got in. He got beat. I think Cash came in and beat him up. Then he tagged out. Then the other guy came in. Dax came in and beat him up. You know what I mean? And then Wardlow came in and powerbombed one of them, and that was the match. So the squash match by the 3 guys that are going to be, facing a group from Ring of Honor. AEW pay-per-view. Let's just move on. And I'm excited about the match. Don't get me wrong. Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns. I want to see that. Like, I love that match. I'm just really frustrated that Wardlow isn't defending his TNT title that he just fucking won a couple months ago in the biggest match of his career, pretty much, that he already acknowledged was not the moment that he was looking for because of all the stuff with MJF. So get that man his moment, man. Stop putting him in 3-on-3 matches when there's a fucking trios tournament already going on. They should have been in that, or just do what the fuck they doing. And Dax and Cash should be fighting fucking Swerve and Our Glory. It's clear. Like, I would not care if Swerve and Our Glory dropped those belts to FTR right now. They should. You know what I mean? It's like, is Swerve and Our Glory even over? Like, let's be honest. I love both of those guys. You know what I mean? But I love them more separately. Way more. As a tag team, it's like, it is what it is. I want to see Swerve come out rapping and doing his Swerve thing, having all the I mean, they both got super swag. But Keith Lee should be fighting for the TNT champ. He should what am I talking about? He should be fighting for the fucking AEW World Championship. Why the fuck did you bring him over there to put him in a tag team? And it's just like, they're not even doing the are they gonna break up storyline anymore. That shit just kind of fell by the wayside with no explanation. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not feeling this whole Wardlow, and I love FTR, and I fuck with Wardlow. And I'm just upset that they not getting the opportunities that they should while WWE still signing people like, W. Morrissey, who's basically another big guy just like Wardlow, and you ain't even doing right by Wardlow. So you got W. Morrissey. I forgot to mention earlier that the homeboy came out and handed him a business card, Stokely Hathaway. Came out and handed him a business card, so he's gonna join that stable with who's in that stable? Is the Gun Club, Ethan Page, and it's the black dude that used to roll with who's the other guy? Damn, I'm pretty sure there might be 2 other people that did he hand a card to a female as well? I don't know, but I know Ethan Page and the Gun Club are definitely in there. You know what I mean? So is he going to be joining that stable? I feel like Hathaway's building like his own stable. You know what I mean? Like kind of like, well, obviously he's building his own stable, but he's kind of like trying to be the Bobby Heenan. He's not going to have like a 3-man team. He's going to have like a 10-man team, and they're going to try to take over the company or run the company or whatever. I don't know what he's doing, but, you know, I'm intrigued because even after he was walking out, I'm backtracking a little bit, but even when him and Morrissey was walking off, Shivani tried to run down and get an interview, and he was just like, none of your business, Shivani. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And Morrissey looked like he was already on the squad. Like, you want to get fucked up, Shivani? It's like, bro, you just get hired. You know, he, like, works. He's a backstage personnel guy. You getting fired next day, bro. Stop. So, that's what he was. Where we at? All right, Dax Cash. Cool. Commercial. Then we had Moxley come out. After the whole CM Punk thing and CM Punk signing the contract and being slapped and then snapping and all that, Moxley came out and was like, cool, that's what your boy wants. That's what he's going to get. It's like if CM Punk wants to go out on his shield in front of his hometown fans, then Chicago, we owe you that much. So it'll be Jon Moxley against CM Punk one more time. This time Sunday for this Sunday for the AEW World Championship. I'm going to put on a display of brutality and pro wrestling that CM Punk has never experienced. A legend being made. He's called himself a legend being made right before your very eyes. And then he said some other line that was just crazy. I can't remember what he said. Couldn't get it down fast enough. But yeah, he was snapping. And then his mic got cut off. It was like, oh no, his mic didn't. Yeah, his mic got cut and they turned the music off. So and he played it. You could tell he was mad. He threw the microphone. He was like, yo, fuck. You could see him mouth like, who the fuck played my music? Like, I wasn't done talking. You could tell he was trying to keep his promo going. But I like that. I'm not even sure if they did that on purpose or on accident. But even if it was on accident, it ended up working because he wasn't even supposed to be at, like, is there any schedule to the show? Like, can anybody just walk out to the ring at any point and cut a promo? Do you not have anything planned for your show? So it made sense that they actually cut his mic and turned his music on. Like, all right, bro, you say what you had to say. Now get the fuck out the ring. We got a show to do. You know what I mean? So that's what it felt like. And I like that. You know what I mean? Because Moxley is uncontrollable. He gonna do what the fuck he want to do. So sometimes you got to rein him in by cutting his microphone or playing his music so he know to get the fuck out the ring. You know what I mean? Because his promos can go on along. Sometimes you be listening to Moxley promos and they be fire. All of it. But sometimes he pauses and you be thinking it's over and then he'll just start a whole nother section of the promo. You be like, oh, it wasn't done. It's more. Cool. I like it all, so I ain't gonna complain. But Moxley definitely takes those and does all the on these like, what are you doing with your neck, bro? Do you itch? Or do you need a shower? What is Moxley always doing that weird shit, bro. So I'll be like, all right, man, whatever. So I'm not mad at them for playing his music and cutting his mic. I actually thought that it worked for just to making this show make sense. You know, Moxley can't come out there and cut 2 10-minute promos. You got a show to do. So was what it was. This was all fire. All the interactions between Punk and Moxley. There wasn't any real interactions, but all the promos they did was fire. After that, we had Tony Schiavone backstage with Dark Order, and I think we all could have predicted this happening. What happened with these guys tonight? 10 injured his knee, so Evil Uno said that he would be taking 10's place in the AEW World Trios, finals Rampage finals or whatever. Why's my... Oh, sorry, it's my mom. Then we had Andrade pull up to the guys. It was just the two of them. Andrade pulled up, and Jose, his assistant, interrupted. This got a little weird, crazy. He interrupted the interview and handed Evil Uno a wad of money, which personally I would have immediately put in my pocket and still did the same thing. Evil Uno told Andrade to get lost, you know what I mean? Because he was basically like, you should come work for me. You know what I mean? Andrade was. And he was like, no, we're Dark Order for life, buddy. So, nope. And then that's when Andrade just grabbed his crutch. First, you snatched the crutch from the cripple guy, fucked up. And then you beat his friend up with the crutch, even more fucked up. Then it got really fucked up because the assistant guy decided to pull out a taser. And he was about to tase 10. I don't know if he did, but because 10 didn't react, so I don't think he did. I think he just held it to him like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Move. I dare you. So, I was like, what the fuck? We pulling out weapons now, like actual weapons? You're gonna tase that man? Like, can you keep your job if you tase a coworker? I just don't understand. That shit's crazy. Like, that's a dangerous work environment. If you could be walking around on crutches and somebody just come take your crutch and beat you up with it, like, and tase you, like, that's a little much, man. I don't know, but it was an entertaining segment. I didn't mind it. It was fun. It was funny, at least with the taser being injected into it. Then we had another fire-ass match. This could have been the match of the night, and Bryan Danielson already wrestled, which is crazy to think. But this could have possibly been match of the night if we didn't get that main event, which was, like, if you saw my Instagram, that shit was artwork. But this was artwork too, just not as expensive. You know what I mean? This is in the back gallery, not on the front display. But this match was fire. You had the pure champion Wheeler Yuta coming out, and he's going up against Dante Martin, Ray Phoenix, and Rush. Bruh, I don't even know what to say about this match. Like, it just, soon as the bell rang, I don't remember if it was Rush or whoever, just fucking dove at somebody, just start all attacking. It was moving so fast I couldn't keep up. Like, that's how the last couple matches felt. These last two matches felt like they were moving so fast, there was no way I was keeping up. There was no way I was taking notes or trying to get all this shit down. So it was just like, if you want to see an amazing match, like, just go watch the last 40 minutes of Dynamite if you want to see some of the greatest wrestling you're going to see in 2022, because that's what these guys did. What do I say that happened during the match? Like, everything happened during the match. It was Ray Phoenix and Dante Martin had, like, one of the illest fucking interactions in a fatal four-way. Like, these, I can't even describe what they were doing. That's how crazy it was. I was texting the group chat, like, what are these moves? I don't know what I'm looking at. I was literally texting Trav and Figs like, yo, I don't know what I'm watching right now, but this shit is fucking amazing. Like, this shit is beautiful. And it continued on into the next match. But this match was fire. Wheeler Yuta did end up winning with that crazy stretch that I don't even know what is that move called? Is there a name for that move, that stretch that Wheeler Yuta does? Because that shit looks so painful. He looks like he's putting people in a fucking pretzel. Dante Martin hit a destroyer. A Phoenix-assisted Canadian destroyer. It looked like he almost wasn't gonna get him over, but then he did. Because Phoenix, got his got a little bounce in there. But I don't know, man. I can't talk about this. I can't talk about matches like this. It's just go watch it. Go watch this match. There were 7,500 moves in 10 minutes. I can't do it. Like, it was phenomenal. All these guys are good. Rush does some of the best dives, suicide dives. Ray Phoenix does some of the best dives. Wheeler Yuta did a fire-ass dive. I'll be forgetting he wrestles like that because I'm so used to him doing technical shit. Dante Martin was Dante Martin. He was jumping off the ropes, bouncing on top. Every 5 seconds, it looked like Dante Martin was going to the top rope to do some crazy shit. He did the fucking tornado fucking splash to the outside on every. His match was crazy, bro. It was crazy. So, I was happy to see Wheeler Yuta get the win because he was the only champion in the match. So, keep him strong, keep the Blackpool Combat Club strong. And yeah, I love it. This could have been the main event of the show. This match could have been on pay-per-view. There's a lot of things that could have been done with this. And yes, I agree, Phoenix deserves better. Y'all already know he's one of my favorite wrestlers in the world, and I don't know. Like, do you give him a singles run and split him from Penta? The only way you do that is if you make those guys feud, and I don't see them doing that because they're such a beloved tag team, such a respected tag team. But it would be an interesting story to see Penta and Ray Phoenix feud. You know what I mean? To have some, the chemistry they have. The matches would be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because I don't want Penta to be like a henchman for Phoenix or anything unless you just split them up completely, which they're the Lucha Bros. Why would you do that? So, if you push Phoenix, then you're not giving the same push to to Penta, then it could make Penta look, like second fiddle to Rey Fenix. And he's not. They both bring exactly what they're supposed to bring to a tag team like that. The big, powerful guy and the other guy. Yes, I do. Sorry, talking to a client. All right, so back to it. Tony Schiavone was backstage after that talking to Alex Reynolds and John Silver, and we could all saw this coming from a mile away because the guys were like, yo, 10 is out for injuries, so if I got to go at it, he said, if we got to go, him and John Silver's like, if we got to do it, just 2-on-3, then that's what we going to do, man. But this the biggest opportunity Dark Order's ever had, so we not going to pass this shit up. And then that's when Hangman Page came into the picture and was like, yo, guys, I know, I wanted y'all to have this moment for y'all, but if homie's hurt, you know what I mean, then, I'll be your tag team partner, man. Fuck it, let's do it. And, John Silver, super excited, you know what I mean? Little kid in the candy store, like, all right, man, we got to get it cleared, which was hilarious because soon as the promo was over, they had a graphic of announcing the match. I was like, wait a minute. I thought he had to get it cleared with somebody. There's no way he went and talked to somebody and had a conversation in 3 seconds. You're already telling us the match is happening. Did nobody think about how that made no sense? Like, he literally just said, all right, we can't just do this. We got to go get it cleared. But yeah, we're down. We're 100% down. Let's go take care of that. Next thing you see on the screen. 3 versus 3. Hangman Page joins the Dark Order versus. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Did he talk to somebody? What the fuck happened? It's like y'all just letting us know that all this shit is scripted or the show is pre-taped, like one or the other. But y'all can't like say stuff needs to be done and then do it in the very next second. It was like, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? How did he get that approved so fast? That was amazing. But yeah, then we had artwork. That's all I can call this, man. It's artwork. I don't care how many botches or missed moves, because there was about 5 to 6. But when you do 75,000 moves in 20 minutes, it's going to happen. And the fucked up thing is when they fuck up, it still looks good. That's how good they are. You ever seen somebody get a V trigger to the shoulder and you still go, ouch, it looked like it hurt? I don't I seen niggas miss completely whiff super kicks during the match. I was like, oh, man, I don't even care. It's too much going on. I don't care. Something happening on that side of the ring. It's something happening on this side of the ring. It's something happening inside the ring. This shit was fucking nuts. And when I say it was artwork, I call it artwork because, like I said, so much stuff happened. Just how they were breaking up pins because it was a 3-on-3 match. Like, there was a couple times the match definitely could have ended. There was some 2 minutes. The match started at, I looked at my watch because I was like, how much time they gonna get? It was 8:40 or 9:40. So I was like, boom, they get 15, 20 minutes. Perfect. You know what I mean? 8:42. This is awesome. I looked at the clock. These dudes were a minute and a half, 2 minutes into the match, and the crowd was already going, that's how much they did in the first 2 minutes of the match. So, usually there's got to be a build-up for people to be like, oh, this is an awesome match. 2 minutes. It took the crowd 2 minutes to start chanting, this is awesome. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, it is. They're right. This is awesome. How did that happen so fast? How did they could have just ended the match right there? But the shit was so fire, man. Talking about these matches is too much. And I'm assuming if you're watching this show, you already seen it. So I ain't about to sit up here and detail every move because it was way too much. It was triple super kicks. One time, who missed the, were they trying to do the Meltzer driver or something? They were trying to do one of those moves and one of the Jacksons didn't, I don't know if he didn't get all the way over or no, it was Will Ospreay. It was Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. They were trying to do the move and he didn't get, so he like kind of just like cannonballed him, and then dude still got DDT'd. It was just another fuck up, but it was like, I don't care. It's just, I don't care. This shit is too good. I don't care that Will Ospreay fucked up one move. Don't care. Everybody, I feel like everybody during the match fucked up at least one move, and it didn't matter because they executed about 20 other moves perfectly each. So it was like, I don't know, man. There was Liger bombs and beautiful Liger bombs and German soup snap Germans and Kenny Omega and Ospreay got in there for a little bit, and that's the matchup we all want to see again. Yes, we do. These guys played up that we hate each other thing so well. You know what I mean? These guys really true, not in real life, but, you know, kayfabe, they just, you know, they really can't stand each other, mainly because they're two of the best in the world. They have their history from New Japan or whatever. So, you know, always want to see those guys. You know, those are two of the top, I would say they're two of the top 7 pro wrestlers in the world on planet Earth. You know what I mean? I would definitely, Will Ospreay is number 1. I mean, y'all can argue with me. I feel like Will Ospreay is the best wrestler in the world. You know what I mean? Like John Moxley, like I said, he's right now, he's the best overall in everything. In the ring, ain't nobody better than Will Ospreay. You know what I mean? You got Ricochet, you got Bryan Danielson, you got a lot of people who could be up there, considered one of the best athletes, best pro wrestlers in ring performer. I think Will Ospreay is the best. I mean, it's just my opinion. A lot of people probably disagree. Just my opinion. I love Will and what he could do in the ring, especially with his selling. He sells masterfully, and he no-sells masterfully. He no-sold a couple moves yesterday. I like how when he chopped the shit out of Kenny Omega early in the match, he didn't like run or anything. He was like, "Yo, your turn. Let's do it." You know what I mean? So I just like the way I like his mannerisms, his facial expressions. You know what I mean? It's enough gushing over Will Ospreay. You already know. But yeah, the match was fire, man. The match was fucking fire. The Elite ended up getting the win when Kenny Omega did V-trigger somebody's shoulder. He completely missed his head. It's okay though, because I don't care. Everybody fucked up at least one move. It doesn't matter. It all worked because that wasn't the finish. If you'd have tried to pin him after that, I'd have been kind of upset. I'm like, bro, you can't pin that man. You can't knee him in the shoulder and get a victory. That's not going to work. But clearly, that's not what happened. He hit him with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. No, not true. That's the roll-up. But he hit him with the one-winged angel, and nobody, and I mean nobody, kicks out of the one-winged angel. So, yeah, shout out to Final Fantasy VII, man. If you never played that game, I don't know what's wrong with your life. It is broken. But so the Elite got the win. They stood tall, did all their poses, all that good stuff. So, phenomenal match, man. I mean, like I said, I immediately got on IG and was like, yo, this was artwork. This was, if you just want to show somebody a wrestling match and be like, yo, watch this. That'll make them a fan. A match like the last 2 matches that we saw on Dynamite will make people who aren't fans of wrestling fans of pro wrestling. Even with the couple botches, it's just the athleticism and the spectacularness. I don't even know if that's a word. But it's just so intriguing and so fun to watch. Like I was literally watching like jaw like just on the floor. Like I can't. What are these dudes doing? There's so much going on at one time, but it was all so much fun. So Dynamite obviously was a great show last night, but did it get a gold blunt? I feel like I should have a. Do I have a? I don't. I thought I might have had a. Nope. I don't have a. Oh yeah, I do. And there are your blunt ratings for AEW Dynamite. Promos and backstage segments, 4.5 blunts. I mean, name one bad promo on the show last night? I'll wait. Exactly. So matches. If it was just those last 2 matches, 5 blunts easy. But just because there was other matches on the show, I gave it 4.75. Because all the other matches, Jake Hager and Bryan Danielson was fire. The women's tag match was pretty damn good. Wardlow and FTR squashing those guys, I don't care about it, but it was still entertaining to watch them beat up those guys, especially with the black dude, because his selling was, I can't even lie. They need to sign that guy. Whoever the tall black guy was that was getting beat up by Wardlow, they need to sign him. He has good selling. Some of it was a little over dramatic, but it was funny. And he looked great. I was like, who is that dude and why isn't he signed? Like, he should be. I don't know. He's probably just some local dude they're giving a chance. I don't fucking know. Maybe he's on Dark or Elevation. I don't fucking know. But yeah, he's you know, I think he might have a future. You know what I mean? Just because he looked like he knew what he was doing in there. But so all the matches were good, man. So 4.75 blunts. I don't see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys disagree. Maybe it was less than that. Maybe it was 5 blunts. Maybe you thought it was full 5. But you guys let me know in the chat. Storytelling, 3.75 because here's my problem. Okay, so what was it? June 1st or July 1st? I think he said, yeah, June 1st. June, July, August. 3 months exactly. You shattered your foot. You got 3 plates, 16 screws. You technically came back 2.5 months after that. Unless you're Wolverine, that was fucking stupid. So, the fact that you think, or they're trying to make us think, and I'm not totally mad at the story, it's just how we got there, but the fact that they're trying to make us think that CM Punk on 1.5 feet, whatever it is, because one of them foot saying it's the new 100%. It ain't the old 100%, it's the new 100%. So clearly he ain't the same. To expect him to go anywhere in the multiverse and beat what Jon Moxley is right now just doesn't seem believable. CM Punk at full health, yeah, he could beat Jon Moxley. But CM Punk with 1.5, I mean, I know they're making him the super baby face. He's fighting from underneath. He's going in as the underdog. So when he wins, it's just like a euphoric feeling for Chicago. It's just how we got there was a little awkward. It was a little awkward. And it's all apparently because of Moxley, because Moxley wanted to do the job to Punk, but clearly he's been busting his ass, making that title mean more than it's ever meant since the company started over the last month, couple 2-3 months or whatever, since Punk got hurt. So Mox was like, yo, I'll drop the title to him, of course. Mox always willing to do business, but he's like, yo, let me get a dub in Cleveland. You know what I mean? Let me get the dub in Cleveland. I'm going to squash him in Cleveland because his foot's hurt. You know what I mean? So he still stays strong. You know what I mean? I get a win over him, get to keep the title for another week or two, and then he could get his win at Chicago. It makes perfect sense. It's just not enough time. If this was the story, it should have started another 2 weeks previous. Like, it should have been, Punk should have tried to come back a month after he had surgery. And it would have been like, well, everybody would just been like, no, that's crazy. Why are you broke your foot? Why are you wrestling? Like, that's insane. And then he did the whole foot injury thing. It's people like, yeah, your foot's not healed, stupid. Why are you back? And then he comes back at All Out, and there's a month and a half, 2 months for him to actually heal up and, make his return a week or two before All Out or however they got to do it. But it's just not enough time to believe that his foot is going to be healed enough to beat the animal, the monster, the super duper star right now that is Jon Moxley, man. So that's the only problem I have with it. That's why storytelling, only got 3 3/4 because I thought that could have been a little bit more organized as far as what they were doing with that. But I'll let you guys know in a second. I'll let her know in a second. My mom's calling me, so I'm gonna get up out of here. But commentary got 4 blunts. It was funny. It was pretty good, but it was funny when Excalibur was literally fucking up reading those. No, he does so this match is going on, and then we got this person going to be this person going to be this person going to be this Michael Sheen's man, and I can't talk fast, I can't understand. That's Excalibur reading off the card for Rampage and what's going on at the pay-per-view. So. And next we got and then we got like, bruh. But he fucked up like 12 times during that. I'm like, you talking too fast. Slow the fuck down. You wouldn't have to keep saying, my bad, I meant to say, my bad, I meant to say. If you weren't talking so fast, bro, slow the fuck down. Oh, man, Mama HD calling because you wanted to see. She wanted to see. Hold on, I'm gonna answer the phone while I'm on stream. Hold on, I'm gonna answer the phone while I'm streaming. Hi, Mom. I'm actually doing my show right now. What's going on?
Okay, check and make sure that that's the right address. I sent you a text with the address in it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Were you mailing something?
Yeah, I'm mailing my grandbaby some clothes.
Oh, okay. She's mailing Lennox some clothes. Okay, cool.
And your belated Christmas present.
Oh, what? You mean early Christmas present? What?
No,
It's 2023.
It was from last year.
All right. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm almost done. I'll talk to you in a second.
Okay, so is it the 24th?
Don't Ma. I'm on air. Don't give out my address.
I'm sorry.
All right, bye.
All right, it's mother, sorry.
Bye. You a mess. I'll talk to you in a second.
All right, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, she about to give out my whole address on live on stream. Oh man, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh man, Mom's is hilarious, man. She's like, is it? I'm like, hold up. I'm gonna about to get doxxed by Ma Dukes, yo. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh man, she is a funny character, man. But Dave said Punk's promo went from him damn near crying to him hyped up, ready to take over the world with his people behind him. It did, man. It was a little awkward transition. But they're rushing through a lot of this stuff, right? They're rushing through a lot of this stuff. They're trying to get through it. So this is what we get. This is where we get multiple promos by Moxley on one show. We get CM Punk out there for 10 minutes, and we get everything feels a little rushed. You know what I mean? And it feels like it could have been, it didn't have to be because they were already in the process of the story. It was great. And then they were like, oh, we're going to have the title match early. In retrospect, was it the best idea? I don't think so. I don't think it was. I think I'd rather just have Jon Moxley lose to CM Punk, with CM Punk being 100% and not having to be like, yeah, I got 1 foot and I'm gonna beat one of the top dudes in pro wrestling. Yeah, it's like, is that believable? If it was anybody else, Jon Moxley is just on another level right now. He just is. Like he said, he is right now. We are witnessing a legend in the making. That is 100% facts. You know what I mean? So. I don't know, man. Just having CM Punk beat him when CM Punk is, a wounded dog, like those are the people Jon Moxley eats for breakfast. You know what I mean? So I don't, this is where we are. This is what we got. I like it because I like the guys and what they're doing with it, but it could have been better. 100%. I think it could have been better as far as the storytelling, but commentary for Blunts, the crowd was trash for half the night. There was moments where even when Punk was in the crowd, like the crowd wasn't, if Punk got to do this, come on. I'm like, wait a minute, he's in Chicago. When he only does this when the crowd is so loud? He's like, I want him to get louder. They weren't even that loud. It was like he was really trying to like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Get the fuck up. Like I'm CM Punk in Chicago. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But half the crowd wants Moxley to do good too. I don't know if they want him to beat CM Punk, but Moxley has a lot of fans, man, especially right now, and he deserves it. You know what I mean? Everywhere else, Moxley's probably the babyface. There was even a dude heckling CM Punk during his promo chanting Colt Cabana. CM Punk probably lost a lot of fans. There's a lot of real motherfuckers in Chicago who probably saw that shit he did to Colt Cabana like, I don't fuck with that dude no more. I don't care where you from. I got niggas in DC I don't fuck with because they shitty people too. Like, I don't care if you from my city. If you're a terrible human being, I don't want to fuck with you. You know what I mean? So, I would imagine there's some people who are kind of bent out of shape about that. And some people who probably aren't reading all the dirt sheet stuff, even though it's an AEW crowd, so most of them are smarks. So, yeah, but still, there's probably people who don't read all of the dirt sheet stuff, so they don't know everything that's going on. But then there's people who do read all the dirt sheet stuff or just dabble into it, and they CM Punk causing problems at AEW. They see thumbnails and different things where they're scrolling YouTube. CM Punk leaving AEW, all these crazy things. They might not dive into it. They just, man, fuck that guy. He already left once. He's probably doing it again. And then they come to a show and boo him. You know what I mean? Not knowing the full story. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it was a little awkward in Chicago last night. The crowd was a little awkward. You know what I mean? It's like Chicago ain't supposed to be awkward when CM Punk's in town. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. Moxley should have got booed out the fucking building. I think he would have embraced it. You know what I mean? Like, his promo was trying to get him booed. He was basically like, man, fuck y'all boos. I know that's your man, but I'm going to beat his ass on God. That's pretty much what he said. And there was people in the crowd cheering him. It's like, yeah, beat our friend up. Like, damn, man, y'all some savages. But Chicago is Chicago, man. I love Chicago except for the streets of Chicago. Hey, man, stop shooting each other, man. You live in Chicago, man. Stop, just stop it. And I'm in D.C., so I ain't got no room to talk. So, you know, they crazy out here too. Just stop it. Just stop. Just peace and love, man. Peace and love. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, Chicago, they tried. You know what I mean? I'm sure they'll be crazy this weekend because they got Rampage, they got All Out. So maybe they're just warming up. They like, we don't want to go too crazy. We got to save our voices. I would imagine a lot of people there with the show last night are going to be there on Sunday. Sunday. So imagine they just trying to pace themselves, you know what I mean, for all the wrestling they about to see this week, Friday and Sunday. So we'll see. Well, I guess they wouldn't be seeing it Friday because Rampage is taped. So that should already happen. But they'll be watching All Out this weekend, along with us, because we'll be here live on Sunday. I just need y'all to understand that it's also football season. This is tragic. So it's actually amazing. It's my favorite time of the year, hands down. It's hard for me to have a bad day during football season, except for when my fantasy teams get destroyed. And I think I'd rather get destroyed in fantasy football than lose by 0.5. I think that's actually more true. But anyways, I love football. It's my favorite sport. So I'm looking forward to it very, very much. We got 8 days. No, yeah. What we got? 1, 2, 3. You got like 9, 10 days before football season starts. Actually, the game starts on Thursday. We got exactly a week. I'm tripping. We have 1 week until football starts. Yes. So it's lit. I'm excited. Football is here. So yeah, man. Who's playing in the Thursday night game? Who's playing? I'm talking about football now. Who is the Thursday game? Week 1. It's the Bills and the Rams. Nice. Wait a minute. The Bills and the Rams, bruh? Damn. That's a game. That's a game. That's a Super Bowl. Shit. That's how you start the season right there. Damn, somebody got to take an L off the rip. Whew. I go to all the Jag home games. Oh, you got season tickets? That's what's up, KGM. Man, get to watch them lose 8 times. Exciting. I hope Travis Etienne goes off, though. I drafted him on 2 of my teams. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting him. That is Jacksonville, right? Yeah. Travis Etienne, I picked him up on a couple teams. I got James Robinson, too, because apparently he's healthy now. So I grabbed him up on both teams as a handcuff. So I'm actually rooting for Jacksonville's running game to do something this year. But we'll see. We'll see. My fantasy teams are loaded. I got first pick in 2 drafts. And I'm only in 10-man leagues, so first pick is sweet. So 12-man leagues, first pick sucks. You never want first pick in anything over a 10-man league because then you're waiting 23, 24 picks to get a second player, and everybody good is gone. So, but shit, you got the first pick in the 10-man league, Jonathan Taylor, and then I double back and got Javonte Williams, Mark Andrews, Allen Robinson. My team is loaded, so I can't wait for fantasy football this year. Russell Wilson night, Monday is a night is Russell going back to see. Yeah, shout out to Russell Wilson, just got $245 million contract, 5 years. I'm pretty sure the Broncos are going to regret that. He was already falling off in Seattle. I know he's still a good quarterback, but 5 years, bruh, that's kind of crazy. Is he Tom Brady? Maybe he is, maybe he's not. Also, I think Russell Wilson is a super square and a super lame-o. But, you know what I mean? Sierra loves him. I think Sierra would still rather be with Future. She just knows that Future's going to cheat on her. Like, I'm just going to choose the good, wholesome guy. Probably don't have as good a dick. You know what I mean? Probably, definitely not as cool or as respected. Well, I can't say he's not as respected. Of course he's respected. Russell Williams is an amazing human being. I'm joking. I'm being facetious. But, you know, Except for when he's walking around with that man's son. Don't do that. I don't like that. Don't walk around with another man's son. I wish I would see another man holding hands, feed my kid ice cream. I would, boy, showing up to the block. Wherever you at, I'm pulling up. So let's make that 100% clear. First of all, you know what I mean? I know it's some dudes who ain't around to be with their kids, so they need help, those kids. But my son ain't got to worry about that. He got a daddy, and so does Future's kid. I'm assuming that Future's around, because Future got like 12 kids, don't he? By like 13 different women. Don't ask me about the math. I'm just sure it's right. But I don't even know how I got talking about this. This is hilarious, man. Why are we talking about this? I got to go. My son's about to wake up. Speaking of him. But before I go, make sure you guys like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Buy some clothes, man. The stream is sponsored by Paris Terrell Clothing Company. If you don't know, I am a fashion designer. That is what I do for a profession. I'm a designer. So if you guys want to go buy some high-end men's fashion, I got neckties. We got leather belts. I got leather bags. We got shoes and slide. I do everything. You know what I mean? So go check out ParisTerrell.com if you want to get yourself in some fly gear. If you got a job interview or some fancy date or something, we got ball caps and all that stuff. You see me wear some of the stuff on the stream, but it will be very, very cool if any of you guys wanted to go support ParisTerrell.com. Link in the description below. A couple donation links down there too if you just want to, support the kid. You know what I mean? Keep these streams going, because this does take a lot out of my day, and I do got to work. So actually work that I get paid for, because I don't get paid for any of this. Hours and hours spent every day doing YouTube, wrestling YouTube, and not a dime being made. So I appreciate all of you guys coming in and supporting, because your support is what has gotten us to, hold on, let me put, I gotta.
Attention, Wild Nation!
We just crossed 300 subs, man. Our channel grew 100% in a week and a half. That's crazy. I mean, clearly it's because I've been uploading and doing stream. I've been going crazy with the content, but I mean, it's just good to see that the channel, what the potential of the channel is. The channel literally grew. We grew at 150, 160 subs, and now we're at past 300. And a week and a half, I think it's been since that growth started. So I'm excited, about what the channel is going to be doing. I'm excited to have more new people coming in, hearing all the shit that we talk about pro wrestling. We're going to have some new hosts coming in, helping out. Two-Face and Physics coming back at some point this month. I know Physics, I ain't going to give you the date, but I know Physics coming back at some point. Yeah, so we're going to add a whole crew here, plus some new faces, man, but stay tuned, because I got a whole, I'm dropping content bombs every day, at least as much as I can. I didn't stream yesterday because I had a ton of errands to do, and I had my kid on my back. Running errands with a kid and the sun is not easy, but I do it because I'm super dad. Rock Winner, what's good, Rocky Winner 99? Shout out to you, man, watching on Twitch. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate everybody on Twitch that tunes in. Shit, we've grown by a zillion% on Twitch. I started the Twitch channel, and I started it last year, but I didn't start using it till a week and a half ago. We had 2 followers, and now we have 70. So shout out to everybody on Twitch that watches, man. I appreciate all the love, man. You said, hey, man, I'm new here. Welcome. Is Punk gonna leave AEW, or did him and Paige settle the beef? I don't think Punk is going to leave AEW anytime soon anyway. And you know what, Rock? I'm not sure if it's a real beef. I'm not even really sure. I'm not 100% sure if it's it all feels like I've been worked. Like all this shit, everything feels like a work now. I'm honestly not sure. Like the MJF stuff mixed with all this CM Punk stuff, mixed with all the drama. You know what I mean? Even when Wardlow came out and did that interview this past week, it was like, yeah, man, MJF kind of fucked me over with all the bullshit he was doing. It was kind of more people thinking about that and me winning. Nobody cared, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yeah, I felt some kind of way about that. I even feel like Tony Khan was like, yo, go say that in the interview so we can just make people think shit. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is happening. But clearly, it's not a WWE situation where people are scared to go to interviews and talk shit about the company, because AEW wrestlers don't give a fuck. They will bury AEW on AEW TV, MJF, like they don't care. So We'll see. Am I going to stream Clash at the Castle? Of course I am. We're streaming Clash at the Castle. We're streaming on Saturday. We're streaming on Sunday for All Out. We won't be. Well, no. Yes, we will be. I'm going to be streaming on Sunday for Worlds Collide 2. We're going to start the stream at Worlds Collide because that's right before All Out. So we'll be streaming for good 5, 6, 7 hours on Sunday. So lock in. This shit's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Of course we do WWE, bro. We do, I do blunt ratings for Raw, SmackDown, and Dynamite. No Rampage because nobody watches that fucking show and it's trash. But Wardlow got lame as fuck. Wardlow is cool. Wardlow's booking is lame as fuck. Wardlow still got all the swag in the world. Shout out to Rocky Winter. Thank you for subbing, my guy. Appreciate you once again. But yeah, I don't think he's the problem. I think the booking is the problem, which is the case for a lot of people. Where's Lance Archer? While W. Morrissey's being signed, where the fuck is Lance Archer? Isn't he still signed with the company? Like, they have so many people that they're not using. It's fucking stupid. Stop signing people, Tony Khan. Please, for the love of God, just entertain me with the 1,000 wrestlers you already have on the roster, bro. Please, give them a chance, because it's really getting real WWE over there. You know what I mean? It's really getting real WWE and AEW, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm sure there's a lot of wrestlers backstage who aren't happy right now. And we already heard that. I'm sure you heard the news about Bobby Fish. At this point, his contract not being re-signed. While Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole have 5-year deals. How the fuck did that happen? Somebody please explain to me how Adam Cole and his boy let Bobby Fish sign a 1-year deal. Was that like it's because he's injury? I don't know what the fuck was going on with. They literally have 5-year deals, and Bobby Fish's contract is coming up 10 months or a year after he just joined the company. Make that make sense. I thought it was a group. I thought that why would you have Kyle O'Reilly and not Bobby Fish? Like, Kyle O'Reilly ain't no single star, my G. He's not. He's a tag team guy. I don't care. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and convince me that they want to see title reigns from Kyle O'Reilly. Unless it's with the tag belts. I just don't. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So I care about Red Dragon when they're a tag team. I care about the, the Undisputed Elite or, Undisputed Era, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, Bobby's almost 50? No fucking way. Okay, this is the last thing I'm looking up because this is crazy. Shit, he's 45 years old. Oh my God. Okay, well, I mean, but wrestlers be wrestling old. Edge is like 45. You know what I mean? 50 years old. Who gives a shit? That don't really matter, but damn, I didn't know he was that old. How old is Adam Cole? How fucking old is Adam Cole if his boy is... Adam Cole's 33, so his boy's 12 years older than him. That's interesting. I wonder how they linked up and became a crew. And Kyle O'Reilly's 35. Yeah, so Kyle and Adam are, mid-30s or whatever, and shit, Bobby Fish, 45. That probably had a little something to do with it, I would imagine. Just his injury proneness, his age, and he just doesn't have a fucking gimmick. And one more thing that I mentioned, this is supposed to be on the news. I'm supposed to be talking about this on the news, but I might as well mention it. I'll mention it again. We do the news show. But apparently, well, not apparently, we talked about this a few days ago. He came out and was like, yo, I'll go to war with Triple H. Triple H is my guy. I love that guy. You know what I mean? And Tony Khan probably heard that shit. Like, bro, you said what? That's like your current girlfriend be like, yo, I love my ex, yo. That's still my boo. I'm with you. But that's still my boo. I love him so much. Bitch, get out. Bitch, get out. You think, what, do I look stupid? Get the fuck out. Like, what are you talking about? You love your ex. He's your, bitch, get the fuck out. Get all your shit. And matter of fact, I'm going to just throw it off the balcony. You can go get it downstairs. You got me fucked up. So, yeah, that was, I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it. His contract not being released, but Sean Ross Sapp, the guys over at Fightful, definitely confirmed that his contract is not being renewed by AEW, which was kind of a surprise to a lot of people, I think. Yeah, that's what I think. He's definitely going to get another shot in WWE. I would think if anything, he would be like a backstage producer. He's going to get a job. He'll be in the pro wrestling business. He's obviously got a good mind for pro wrestling. Still a great professional wrestler, just 45 years old. He doesn't look that old, though. I guess he does with the mustache. I guess maybe. I just always thought he was a young guy who looked old. You know what I mean? Who had an older, more mature guy look. But no, he's just old and mature. Bobby Fish and Hook could have made a team called Fish. Yo, I'm done. That's... Yo, somebody get Russ on my fucking chat. I can't deal with shit like this. I cannot deal with shit like this. Fish hooks? That's actually really clever. I can't. Hell no. Chris Hero? Hell no. Why? If anything, he would go to AEW and wrestle with his friends. He ain't got no friends in AEW, in WWE. All his friends are at AEW. So if Chris Hero went anywhere, I would think it would be like a trainer maybe, but nobody gives a fuck about watching Chris Hero wrestle. I'm sorry. I don't. I just don't. Cassius Ohno, I was never a fan. I was like, who's this guy in a basketball jersey coming out here looking like a trucker that just found a wrestling arena and decided to come in and start wrestling? He looked like he eat too many Chris Hero sandwiches. That's what... I don't know what his status is now, what he looks like now. He can wrestle really good. Excellent professional wrestler. I just never gave a fuck about anything that he did. You know what I mean? It's like, he was just the guy. At the end of the day, you have to have some type of charisma, to be a professional wrestler, unless you're Daniel Garcia, according to Gress. But it's good to have some type of charisma or something. And Cassius Ohno, maybe he was different on the indies before he got to NXT, but all I know about Cassius Ohno is NXT. So, I know Chris Hero was kind of, a legendary indie figure for a while, but I don't know. The Fiend is the GOAT of Bray gimmicks. That's a fact. I think a lot of people like the old Swamp Bray because it was more realistic and you don't have to do as much spooky, scary shit with that. Still intimidating, still same creepy vibes, but the Fiend is just like, you can't. It's just another level, man. The acting and the storytelling that he did as the Fiend was amazing. It was just the matches sucked, and it was all because of how the matches were booked, not because there was bad wrestlers in the matches. He should have never lost to Goldberg. He should have never lost to Seth Rollins, or if he did lose to Seth Rollins, there shouldn't have been wacky hammers and toolboxes and all this stupid shit involved. Like, they just booked him bad. But I hope Bray Wyatt returns on Saturday. There's some rumors, but having him return in Cardiff, I don't know if that's the best move. It could be, it could work, but I think they already have a lot going on that show. So, but Triple H is full of surprises, man. I think the next surprise we get though is Sasha and Naomi. I think that's the story they've been building to. I think that's the next big surprise that we get from WWE. But that's it, guys. I'm going to go hit a J before my kid wakes up. I get to tap it like twice. I barely even smoke weed anymore, man. This ain't even wrestling on weed. This is wrestling on baby talk. And it's fatherhood wrestling. That's what I'm going to name the shit. Oh, man. Strowman could also return. That's a good shout. Yeah, because Triple H is apparently knocking on his door once again. So we'll see. But I'll be back in a few hours, guys, with another wild news joint. You already know what it is. Your boy, Mr. HD. I appreciate y'all tuning in, as always. To the new subs, Rocky, and there was a couple other people in there that sub, man. I appreciate you guys. Sorry I forgot your name. I'll mention you on the next show. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Deuces.